Yo, what up everybody? So this is another episode of Vic Cook. I don't know what this dish is called, but food in a pineapple. That's pretty much what we're doing. So I have some chicken, some shrimp. I'm gonna get some rice going later. And I also have some plantains, and I'm gonna serve it inside this pineapple. So it comes out really good. The chicken really, when it's really spicy, the pineapple kind of just cuts it down a little bit, and it's really tasty overall. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna thaw out my shrimp. I'm just gonna put some water in there, and then I'll put it in this little bucket here, and I'll let that just sit while I wash and prep the chicken. Now, there's been some rumor, or there was like some Facebook posts going on about huge debate on whether or not you should wash your chicken. I always rinse it off. It doesn't hurt. You also want to not spread bacteria everywhere, but just a good clean rinsing of the chicken is not going to hurt anybody. And if you do splash shit around, just go over with some bleach on your countertops, and then you should be good. So yeah, we got our chicken here. Now what I'm using is I found this citrus blend. So that seems like it's going to be good. I never used it before, so we'll definitely check that out, see how that goes. And then I also got some Cajun seasoning that's really spicy, and then this is some Creole seasoning that has no salt. So I'm just going to keep it simple and use those two. I might add some grounded black pepper on there later. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just get the seasoning in them. Ooh, it is spicy. You can kind of smell it. Ooh. Try not to sneeze. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, this spicy seasoning, once it hits the air, you know, this has been a perfect time to be wearing my mask. You know, in this COVID epidemic, but you know, whatever. So yeah, I got my chicken all seasoned, and I'm just gonna let that sit on it for a little bit. Sometimes I'll drizzle olive oil on there to make the season kind of stick. Some people use mustard to make their seasoning stick, but from what I found, my seasoning sticks pretty well when I just hit them with a little bit of water after you rinse them, and then just put them on there. And as you can see, they get pretty coated evenly on both sides. And a lot of the flavor is going to come in from the grill as well, so we won't worry about that too much. I'm going to go over with another little coat of this spiciness because I want them to be really hot. And so now we'll just set that to the side for now. And then I'm going to prep my shrimp in a little bit. Or actually, I'm going to go to the plantains. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to prep our plantains. So now these aren't to be confused with bananas, but they look very much like bananas, but they're not. So what I do is I kind of just peel them like they are banana, and yeah, pretty much like that. We'll just squeeze the rest of that out, and then I'm just gonna cut them on an angle, so that way they're nice little wedges. There we go. So I'm just gonna move these over. Alrighty, so then next thing I'm gonna do is in my cast iron, I'm just gonna set this to the side for now. I'm not gonna put it on the grill when I put the chicken on there, but this is just gonna be, I'm gonna put this on there a little bit later, but I figure I'll prep it now. So I'm just gonna put just a couple pieces of butter in them. Then I'm gonna put my plantains on top of that. And then I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of this coconut sugar, just a little bit. And that's gonna hopefully that caramelizes and adds like a little extra flavor to the plantains. You really don't have to do much to them. I like them just as they are, but this won't hurt. Make it a little bit, just a little bit tasty. A little bit tastier anyways. And then, so my second plantain, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Now this one might not be ripe already, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. I never cooked plantains before, actually. I have made bananas and just pretended they were plantains, but that didn't work. They were all right, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I'm having trouble with this. There we go. We'll just do that. Yes, I think this is not ripe yet, but we'll get to it. There we go. Okay. You know what? Screw it. It is like fused in there or something. Oh, actually, oh, there we go. Yeah, and I'm noticing the texture of this is really, it's tougher. It's definitely tougher, but we're going to cut it up anyway, and maybe we'll taste the difference. All right, there we go. So we'll put these. And then we're gonna add some more of our coconut sugar on them. All right, perfect. So now I'm gonna set this to the side, and now that'll be ready. Once we put our chicken on the grill, we'll let that go for a little bit, and then we'll come back and throw these on the grill. So I'm gonna go visit the grill now. All right, so I put a fire starter in here not too long ago, and I just came out just to mix the coals around a little bit. It's not quite hot enough yet. I do have some cherry wood chunks I'm gonna add in there once the fire gets a little bit going. So we'll just head back inside and we'll just prep everything else at this point, just to give the grill a little bit of time for it to heat up. All right, so the next thing I do is I peel and devein my shrimp. I already peeled some of it, so that way you guys don't have to sit here through the entire painful process of peeling and deveining shrimp. But it's really tedious, but it's a must. So basically, yeah, some of these are still kind of frozen a little bit, but that's all right. I can still peel and devein them. So yeah, to peel them, I just kind of peel back the shell here. Then I just have like a little small paring knife, and I'll just run it up under it, and then just get that little track out. And then I'll just wipe it on a paper towel or something, because sometimes this will stick to your fingers. It's kind of hard and annoying to get off. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You got the shrimp here. Just peel that. And it's as simple as that. So I'm going to go ahead and peel and devein the rest of these while we get everything, while the grill's getting warm and everything. So the grill is out there doing it's doing warming up. And this is just to kill some time. And then after the shrimp is grilled, I'm going to put it on some skewers. I already took a couple skewers out the freezer. What I do is I soak my skewers in water first. So if you have skewers, if you're gonna put them on the grill, you don't want these to burn, so you soak them in water. And then what I do is I soak them in water, and then I put a bunch of them in the freezer for later. And that will help me. And that way, when I need them again, I can just take them out and they're good to go. I don't have to soak more in water and everything. So that's just my little hack that I do. So yeah, we're gonna finish these, and then I'm gonna season them up, and then I'll skewer them up, and then yeah. All right, so after I got them all peeled and deveined, I pretty much just throw them on the skewer. I took out 4 skewers. My little shell there. I took out 4 skewers, but I'm gonna try to stuff all these on 2. 4 might be nice. It might be prettier to put 2 per pineapple, but I think 1 will be enough. Then I could worry about plating it later. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to, man, I hate when that happens. So I'm gonna have a 3rd skewer, which isn't bad. I'll probably just take some from the other 2 and make a 4th one, just so everything's even and symmetrical, because we like symmetry. And then for the shrimp, I always try to get the shrimp on there with the tail part and the head part, so it's on there secured. If you put, I used to put them on through just one way and they kind of spin around too much, but these way they won't spin, and you can easily pick the whole thing up and turn it when you want to grill them. So actually we'll leave the skewers like that, they're fine. I really don't care. So now I'm just going to take some more of my citrus blend and just put that over the shrimp like so. And then I'm going to use some more of my Old Bay, because you got to have Old Bay, right? Actually, I'm running out of Old Bay. I got to get some more. And then I can just easily flip these over. I could easily just flip those over, and then I'll add some of this Creole no salt seasoning, because why not? There we go. So now we got our shrimp nice and seasoned, ready to go. We also have our chicken that's ready to go, and then we have our plantains that are ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this stuff in the refrigerator right now, and I'm going to wipe this down, and then we're going to do the final prep stage, the part that I hate, but it's the most important part, is cutting the pineapple. So yeah, we'll do that in a moment. All right, so we're at the grill. The grill is nice and hot. I feel the heat coming from it. I can also adjust this if I need to, just to bring it up. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my wood chunks on there. There we go. Because I do want a nice smoke flavor to get into these wings. So we'll do that. And then I'm just going to take the wings and place them on there. And I have a hot side of the grill and I have a cool side. So I'm going to put my chicken over on the hot side, and that'll just get them nice and cooked. They'll get them a little seared. And then once they finish that, I'll probably put them over to the cool side, or I'll put them above on the rack here. But it does help that I can lower this grate, which actually that's what I'll do. That way the chicken won't burn. I can head inside and finish prepping everything else. And I'm gonna leave my vents kind of halfway-ish. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that. So we'll take this inside, and then I'm gonna come out here every so often just to check on the chicken, flip them around and everything. I'm gonna leave my main vent full open. I'm actually gonna close this vent. So I have this vent open here, and then I have that open. Well, actually this is halfway, and I got this closed. So all my it's gonna force everything to kind of, it's setting it up for smoking it if I wanted to do, but I have my chicken on the hot side. So actually, you know what, we'll open that up because I do want the wood to burn a little bit, and I'll just open this up just a little bit. All right, so we'll head back inside now. We'll cut the pineapple. All right, so we have the pineapple here. Now this is tricky because you want to get the pineapple perfect. So I actually haven't done this in a while. I forgot how I did it. I don't know if I came in from this way and went forward, or if I started from the top. I think we'll start from the top. We'll see what happens. So I'm gonna try to have my knife, and I have the bread knife because the serrated edges definitely kind of help a little bit. So I'm just gonna cut right down the middle of it. And I'm gonna be careful as to not bend the stem too much because I want the stem to be attached. So it looks like I penetrated the pineapple a little bit. So now I'm just gonna work my knife down, and I'm gonna try to get in the middle. It doesn't look like, okay, I think I got somewhat of it in the middle. There we go, perfect. So now I got two halves. This half is obviously smaller, but this half is bigger, but this is what we're going for anyway. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to dig everything out. So sometimes I'll get an extra plate, and then from there we'll take we'll get like a small little knife and maybe a spoon, and I our goal is just to kind of get as much pineapple out, because we're essentially having bowls. There we go. So what I like to do is I like to just cut it and then go down that way. Be careful not to cut your finger. So I just made a bunch of cross sections in the pineapple, and just hopefully I can just scoop some of that out with the spoon. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. But yeah, it's a process. Sometimes it doesn't work the way I want to. When you do this, try not to grab here because you don't want to manipulate the stem too much. So actually I'm gonna come. Actually, we'll do this. There we go. That seems to work, I think. And meanwhile, the chicken's on the grill, roasting, doing that part. So this way we got time to take our time with this pineapple, because it's, yeah, I don't know. There's got to be a way to cut this better, but yeah, I'm just gonna scoop it out the best way I can. There we go. I think we're getting it. There we go. Now with all these pineapple chunks, you can actually put these on the grill too. I won't. I'm just gonna probably put them in a blender and make a pineapple smoothie, or I'll probably just eat them as a snack, because they're definitely good for that. And if you got dogs, dogs love pineapple, so you can give it to them too. Or if you want to make a pineapple rice, you can. You can just dice up the pineapples, mix it in with some rice, then put it back in the pineapple bowl if you want to do that. But alrighty, there we go. So this is pretty much essentially what I'm going for. I'm gonna dig this out a little bit more, get it more cleaner. Then I'll do that one, and we'll be back in a little bit, and then we'll go out to the grill. So I'll show you guys how everything looks out there. Alrighty, so I got my 2 pineapple bowls ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the refrigerator just to keep them cool. Alright, so I got that in the refrigerator, and now I'm just going to clean up my pineapples in a little bit. We're going to go outside. We're going to check on the chicken, because it's been I don't know how long I was fumbling around with that pineapple. It does get a little sometimes you can take a while to get that pineapple if you're as bad as me. So we'll look at the chicken. The chicken looks nice. We'll just go ahead and flip them now. There we go. Yeah, so they're getting a little color to them. I'm just gonna move. I will be moving them. Oh no! I dropped one. There we go. And as you see, now that I opened up the grill, that air's hitting that wood, and we're getting a nice roaring flame. But that'll go away when that'll go down when we close everything back. So yeah, we'll just leave that, and then we'll just close it. And that way we get a nice little color on the chicken. So now we'll just sit and wait for a little bit. We'll cook the chicken. When the chicken's about done, then I'll put the shrimp on there while the chicken's resting, because the shrimp takes no time to cook. Oh, actually, soon I'll probably put the plantains on there. I don't know how long plantains take to cook, but you know, we'll put the plantains on now. We'll do that now, actually. Alrighty, we are back. We'll go ahead and open up the grill, and so yeah, we'll put. I'm gonna put my plantains just right over here. I don't think they need to be under direct heat. I think they'll get a lot of warmth just from sitting on this, just from sitting where they are. I'll move my chicken around a little bit. Just put them all closer. There we go. And yeah, so I'll leave these right over here. They'll get warmed up, and I might put them up here if I want to really get them hotter. We'll raise this a little bit. We'll just close it, and pretty much we'll just wait and monitor the chicken. I'm gonna come back. I might check in another 20 minutes just to see what it's doing. I got the vents closed. I was running it before I opened it. It was at about 300, which is a good temperature to, you know, grill your wings at. So yeah, we'll just sit out here and wait. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do now while the chicken's going, I did a little bit of cleanup, and I'm gonna just boil some water because we're gonna have our rice. And I'm using brown rice. I used white rice before, but I actually ran out of white rice. So instead, I'm just gonna use brown rice. I think it comes out pretty good. It's what I heard, brown rice is healthier anyway. Actually, I lied. I do have white rice, but it's like this. It's not in the bag, so I won't be touching it because last time I totally messed it up. Rice came out horrible. I'm a simple man. I need the rice in the boil bag. So very easy. It's pretty much idiot proof. You boil your water and then you throw the bag in there when it's hot. Sometimes I put it in now. You can do that. And pretty much when the bag is like full, then your rice is ready. So, and remember I told you that the pineapple is the hardest part? I lied. The coconut is the hardest part. And I'm gonna show you guys why in a second. So I got a cup, because what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, when the rice is done, I'm gonna pour coconut juice in the rice, so you have like a nice little coconut flavored rice. So I got 2 coconuts here. Now, before I used to try to like cut on the ends. I took them outside, smacked them against the concrete, cracked them a little bit, then tried to salvage little juice back in here. But I was playing around with it, and at the very top of these, there's these little holes, and I just put a knife in there, and it looks like it's gonna be easy. So what I did was, yeah, I'll try to do 2 holes. Get at least 2 of them in there if I can. So I'm just kind of stabbing it. But now this one went in pretty easily. So actually, there we go. So I'm just kind of digging out some of that. There we go. All right. So I got a hole in it, and I can see down in there. So it should start pouring, but it's not going to pour unless I have like a release valve somewhere. So that's where, all right, we're just gonna pour it, see what happens. So I'm gonna rinse this out, and then yep, so we'll just turn that upside down, and yeah, we're getting some in there, but not much. It's dripping out slowly, so sometimes I'll just leave it just like that, and then hopefully it'll come out, or I can try to make like a hole at the top somewhere so it'll vent. But yeah, this is the only other tough part of this. I need to get, let's see, we'll try this. So I got a bigger knife here. We'll try to, I don't know. We're just gonna do this the safe way. So that way I don't make a mess and I don't lose too much coconut juice. And it's annoying, because I've done this before and I totally messed it up and I got no juice out of it. See, if I could make another hole, but see, these are hard over here. So I'm gonna see if I can't get a... Now, if I could actually crack this, then that'd be great, ideally. But actually, you know what? We'll put this here, and I wonder if we can crack it right there. I don't want to crack my glass. That'll be bad. So I'm just gonna hold this here. This feels so unsafe. Oh man! If you see a video edit, then I come back with a bandage. You guys will know what happened. I think we'll just leave that like that. Yeah, that's gonna drip slowly. Man, that's slow. All right, we'll leave. We'll see if we have luck with the other one. So I'll put that to the side for now. I'm gonna actually grab me another cup. And then see if we have better luck with the second coconut. We will do that. So yeah. Actually, I wish I had a screwdriver or a hammer. You know what? I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back with a hammer. So now on this coconut, this is the soft part. I'm going to come over here to the less soft part, and I'm going to try to make a... make a dent? There we go. Okay, so I got a little crack in there. Perfect. Actually, this might work better. So it seems like I cracked it a little bit. I'm gonna wedge it. Make sure it's, ooh, almost stabbed myself there. So I cracked, good news is I cracked it, but I only cracked the outer shell. Still gotta actually get in there. So, and this is actually easy to cut. So we're just gonna, so we got a nice little hole that's big enough. And we're gonna scoop that out. So that was easy. And then we'll just, I'm gonna take this away for a moment. And we'll just pour our coconut juice right in here. Now I got some stuff in there, like just some extra particles, but it smells really nice. There we go. And that's beautiful. Now you don't get much coconut juice, but that's fine. You don't need that much because the rice will just have like a little hint of the coconut flavor in there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get this little piece out because we don't need that in there. We'll just fish that out. And the important thing is put this somewhere where you're not going to throw it away by accident, because from afar this does look like dirty water. I almost did that one time I made this. I seen it, I almost threw it out, but as I picked it up I smelt the coconut right away. So that kind of saved me there. So now for here, now this is already cracked. We will just... You know, we'll do it with the knife. We will do it. So I'm going to put, so that's my hole here. I'm going to set this right over here. And this, actually, we'll put this right in the hole. Maybe we'll make the hole bigger. Yeah, we'll do that. If I can get a nice chunk of it off. Yeah, this, oh, you know what? Let's try this. Nope. Yeah, I'm trying to be safe as possible because I don't want to break my finger. I don't want to break the countertop either. Probably should go outside and do this, but we're already here now. Actually, nah, I'm not gonna go outside. We'll make this work. So there's the hole here, and I don't want to damage my knife in the process. This knife, if I break it, I don't care too much about it. Alrighty, so yeah, we got the hole. It's coming out just very slowly. So maybe we'll see if we can make a hole at the top here. And you know what? They say these are supposed to be easy. It says easy open, but I think they lied to me. Either that or I don't know what I'm doing. Clearly I don't. There we go. Alright, you know what? We're just going to let this sit. That's going to drip out slowly. I think I got enough water anyway. We're going to go back and check on the wings. Actually, our water is boiling. So I'm going to put that on low. And, well, you know, we'll just put it on the back burner for now. We don't need to cook the rice. Because the rice is going to take a good 5 minutes. At least is what the box says. So I'll put the rice on as I'm doing my shrimp. And they should take about the same time to do everything. So right now, I got my steady temperature of 300 degrees. I got this open. I got this kind of cracked a little bit. So we're going to open up our chicken and take a look-see. They look good. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out some beer, because that's important. Alrighty. So we got the wings. Wings are looking nice and good. What I like to do is We'll come back out here. We'll just turn them over and be careful not to drop them down there. There we go. And some of we got nice little crispiness on some of them, which is good. You know, jerk is supposed to be, you're supposed to burn it anyway, I guess. So at least that's the rule growing up. It was if you burnt it, you just called it jerk and kept it moving. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower this. There we go. So a lot of my seasons that I put on here, a lot of that crispiness, or a lot of that, the season has got like a nice little char to it. So that when you bite into it, it's gonna be nice and crispy. And then what I like to do is I'll put some we'll put some more pepper on there, and then we'll just sprinkle a little bit of beer. And then also we have our plantains here. I'm just gonna give them a flip. And the plantains are looking good. Actually, I won't flip them too much. I'll just kind of leave them to do their own thing. I will put them over the heat because I feel like they can cook a little bit faster now. And my wings, we'll leave my wings there for now because I do want them to cook a little bit longer. And yep, so we'll just leave that there. We'll close this vent up, and then I'll put this one about halfway. And then I'm gonna lower this all the way down, and yep, we'll just set it like that. And you can use any beer you want. I just like to sprinkle a little bit of this in there. This is just summer shandy. It's got like a little lemon flavor in there, which helps. There we go. Alrighty. So now that the chicken looks like it's almost about done, we will go ahead and boil our rice now. So I kept the pot at a simmer, and now I'm gonna kick it up to a boil. And what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and add the bags, rice in there now, and they'll boil, and they'll be ready. Once the bag gets full, they'll be ready. Just poke that down in there. There we go. And then I'll cut that on high. So yeah, that's that. Right now we're just waiting for the chicken to get ready. I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna check my coconut project here. It's still dripping. Actually, yeah, it's not that much left in there. It's still dripping a little bit. It's coming. Actually, if I do like that, it seems like it's coming out more. I think we're about empty on this. Yeah, I don't hear much anymore in there. So this is all we got. I suppose I could have just bought, but whatever. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean up a little bit, and then we'll be ready shortly. All right, so we're back out here again, just checking on the wings. They're looking nice. They're looking nice and about ready for the final phase. I'm noticing my plantains. They're getting a nice little caramely color on them as I'm flipping them. So they're gonna come out nice, I believe. They're gonna come out nice. I'm just gonna try to flip them as many as I can, just so they all kind of get even coated. Yeah. So yeah, they're nice. Now the pieces I cut nice and thin, they're looking really beautiful. These thicker pieces, they're kind of still a little stubborn, but some of them are soft though. The one that wasn't as ripe is definitely not as soft as the ripe ones. But we'll can't wait to try it, man. It looks good. They look good. My wings are about done. I'm just gonna, yeah, so it's about, oh no, I keep dropping the wings down here. I gotta move the grate over. We'll worry about that later. Or actually, we'll do this. You don't want to be losing chicken. There we go. We'll just double that up. I actually need to buy some more grates, but everything's on back order. But anyway, well, I won't rant. But yeah, everything's on back order now. Oh, you know what? Forgot my shrimp. Be right back. I'm gonna go get my shrimp. We'll close this. All right, we are back. So I ended up making all the shrimp into 4 skewers. I took some off, and I got 4 shrimp on each skewer. So it's nice and symmetrical. We like symmetry. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put now, so this, I bought this, I forgot where I bought it from, but I use it as good for fish or just veggies. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put my chicken on there. The chicken's about done, and that way it kind of keeps all it together. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bunch the chicken up as much as I can, because I'm gonna put the sauce on there. And what I want is I want the sauce to kind of bake into the chicken a little bit. So yeah, there we go. All right, so we still got our plantains. Now the plantains are looking nice and beautiful. So I'll put these over here, more so on the warm side, just to keep them warm. And then I'm gonna grill my shrimp. So I got my shrimp on the skewer. And I'm just gonna set it there. Beautiful. All right, we'll close that. And we will head back inside because I gotta go get the sauce. And we'll be back shortly. All right, now, so for jerk sauce, I just get any kind of jerk sauce. I go with Uncle Joe's. Can't go wrong with Uncle Joe's. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just drizzle my chicken in the sauce. So yeah, you don't need much of it because this sauce is really hot. So I'm just gonna put just a little bit on there, just to coat up enough of the wings. And when I close the grill, that sauce is gonna kind of bake into the skin. So it does help that it is crispy. That way it kind of, I don't know, it helps sink into the skin a little bit, helps soften it up, and then you get that charred flavor that's really delicious. So then for my shrimp, now I'm gonna just flip the shrimp. There we go. So we'll have the shrimp there. Another trick you could do is you could use 2 skewers and stick them both in simultaneously. That helps as well. So actually, now the shrimp don't take that long to cook. They're pretty much, I grilled them on one side already. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the shrimp, we'll put that here. We'll put that here. I'm gonna try to put them away from the heat because I want them to slowly roast. They don't have to. There we go. So yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. And then maybe I'll move this out the way. Alrighty. So yeah, that's perfect. I got my chicken. That's gonna sit there. I got my plantains. They're ready. They're just getting the last few minutes in. And my shrimp's gonna be ready shortly. So I got it here, and I just close it. I leave it on the outside just so that way this stick isn't burnt. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push all my charcoal that burnt down, I'm just gonna push it all the way over to the hot side. So what that's gonna do is that's gonna make this hot side really hot, but it's also gonna create more of a no heat zone. It's gonna create more of a cool down zone for me. So that way, as everything's baking, or everything's just warming up just in that last stage, everything can just kind of sit and not cook that fast. So yeah, as you see, I got the high fire going now, so I'm gonna close that. And so I'm gonna close this. I will close this about halfway, and I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna close it, but I'm gonna leave it open just a little bit to get a little bit of airflow. And so yeah, we'll go back inside now. We're gonna check on the rice. All right, so I'm not sure how long it's been. It's been about 5 minutes or so, but as I'm picking up the bag, I'm noticing that the bag is full and the rice does look soft in there. So what I'm gonna do is, yeah, it feels soft and ready. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drain all the water. I'm gonna pour all the water out. I'm gonna cut open the bags and put the rice back in here. So yeah, just hang tight for a moment while we do that. Yeah, so this is the part, this part I kind of hate, but so yeah, I'm just pouring out all the water, and it is very hot, very steamy, but that's all right. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, white rice would have looked prettier because it's the contrast, but brown rice tastes good to me. And so yeah, so now I'm just gonna open the bag, and what I'm gonna do is, oh, that's hot. I'm just gonna dump the rice in there. Put that there. And then we'll do the same for this. Just cut that. And we will pour that in there. Alrighty. And then, so now we got our beautiful rice. I guess I'll get a spoon to kind of. Now you can add butter if you're gonna add butter. You can add butter in here to kind of mix things up. But I'm not gonna add any butter. I'm not gonna add anything in there except for my coconut juice. So I'm just gonna add that in there. Just kind of pour it all in there. I wish I had more, but you'll be surprised. All you need is a little bit, and it will definitely add a little flavor, just a hint of coconut into the rice. You don't need it to be like, bam, here's coconut, take it, but it'll be like a nice little hint. So there we go. So we got make sure I add every last drop in here. So now I'm just gonna let my rice sit because everything's about ready. And I'm actually going to cover that with a plate, just to keep the rice warm. I didn't lose. I was too lazy to look for it, but the little top part, can't find that now. So I'm gonna. So next thing I'm gonna get is my pineapple bowls. So I had the pineapple bowls in the refrigerator, and I just put them together, but as you can see, actually we will get the plates now because we're gonna get ready to plate this up. So we'll get everything ready. Now you can either put these in the freezer if you want to get them really cold, or you can put them in the refrigerator. That's fine. So I got my pineapple, and it's looking nice, beautiful, ready to go. So I'm gonna leave those like that, and I'll be back. Actually, we'll go check on our chicken now. See how that looks. Chicken and the shrimp. So I moved everything over to the hot side. We're still at 300 degrees, but there we go. As you see, the shrimp looks perfect, nice and juicy, not overcooked. Beautiful. If I want a little sear on them at the very end, I'll do that. Woo. As you can see, our jerk chicken's looking good. We got the sauce that's baked in there, pretty nicely done. So we will, yeah, there we go. So yeah, jerk chicken's looking nice. There we go. We got sauce. Now you can flip them and put more sauce on them, but to me this is perfect. I don't need them to be super saucy with the jerk sauce, because I had the seasonings on there already, so this is definitely good enough. And then what I'll do is I'll hit it with just a little bit final coat of beer. And so I'm gonna bring everything inside, and then we're gonna plate everything up, and then yeah, we're pretty much about done. All right, so I brought everything in. So this is the final. I'm about to put everything in the pineapple now. I got my jerk chicken, plantains, got my coconut rice, and my shrimp. So it's gonna look nice. Just bear with me 1 second while I put it together. For the rice, I just put a little rice in there, and then I just kind of spread it around in there. All right, next after the rice, we will add our plantains. Should I put a couple? There we go. I'll put them nice on the edge. Try to keep everything nice and neat. is the wings. Now, it's no pretty way to just add them in there. I'm sure there is, but for the most part, I just dump them in there any kind of way. There we go. Beautiful. Alrighty. Then next, we'll take our shrimp skewers and we'll actually stick that right in there. There we go. And that hopefully it doesn't throw off the balance too much. But it's fancy. It sticks up at you. Beautiful. All right. Now I think if I wanted to do another one, I could, but I think this looks good the way it is. I'm gonna add just a little bit more rice on top. And then we have our lime. In case you want to add a little bit of lime in there, you can. So just put that there and there. And yep, this is the final product, final view of it. I'll probably get a better picture in a second. So it's pretty good. I'm eating some of the rice now. Pretty good. So this is the final presentation of it. We got our jerk chicken with our shrimp, coconut rice, plantains, and a little bit of lime just in case you want to hit a little bit of it. But yep, that's it. So thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to dig in.